Hey guys, it's Nicole, and today I'm going to tell you why ThredUP gave me $250 because of an error on their website. So, I use ThredUP, the Lux program, where I can adjust my prices as long as I send in like a few designer pieces. I have other videos about how I use the Lux program, but I send in boxes to ThredUP. And then I can choose to either put it on consignment with them or I can take the upfront payouts. The upfront payouts are generally really low, and because I use Lux, I adjust my prices. And so I don't really pay attention to their pricing at all. I do my own pricing, and that's how I'm able to profit from this. So I was on ThredUp's website one day, and I was really brand new to this. I've only been doing this about a month, and I saw, I'll transition here. So this is ThredUp's website. And I got this weird pop up that was like, claim your credit. And I was like, what? And I kind of exited out. And then I saw up here, it said, claim your, it was like $95 credit. And I was like, oh, that must be how, like, maybe there's money to get paid out because I'd never actually deposited money into my bank yet. You have to wait 14 days to be able to deposit into your PayPal. And so I clicked on it, and this is what pops up. It says, get an upfront payout for your entire kit. And I was like, oh, that must be the upfront money that I took already, because I'd already taken like a few upfront payouts for a couple of the items that were like larger dollars. And I was like, okay, cool. So I clicked this button. I'm not going to click it right now because when you click that button, it doesn't tell you anything else. It doesn't tell you what they're giving you money for. It just says, all right, you just sold all your items to us. Here's the problem with that. That is called a dark pattern on the internet. A dark pattern, my friend told me about this who works in web development. It's a user interface that has been carefully crafted to trick users into doing things. Because clearly they don't want me to know how much they're paying me for the items. They just want me to take a payout without knowing anything about that payout. That's very beneficial to them. Because if you look at the dollar amounts that they decided to pay me out, they are really low, and a lot of them have errors. And I feel like it's a really easy way that ThredUp is kind of tricking consumers into taking these payouts without them knowing what they're actually getting paid out for. So these are a couple of the things that, so this was the kit. Here are a couple of the things that they paid me out for. So you can see it had been a couple days, so some things had already sold. Like this dress had already sold for $38, or it sold for a lot, but my payout on it was $38. And that's because I had adjusted the price on it. Otherwise, it would have been all these really low dollars. So these Sorel boots, for instance, were brand new with tags. And they paid me $8 for them. I had adjusted it to where I was getting paid about $60 for them. All of them are really low. They also had some really big price issues. So these Mark Fisher boots right here, these were brand new with tags. And the original price on them was $150 retail. They had it for $20 retail. And so I had already emailed them and been like, hey, you have the retail price wrong on these. And they had adjusted it, but they didn't adjust my upfront payout. So I got paid 26 cents on these boots based on that original payout of $19.99. So as you can probably tell, I'm pretty upset. I'm like, okay, I did not want that upfront payout. That's not what I thought that was. I had no idea that they were going to buy all my things from me. It was not worded well. They didn't tell me what they were buying from me. So I wrote an email to the person I work with, because you're kind of like assigned a person when you're doing Lux. And I said, hey, this happened. I really feel like this is unfair. I want my items back. I didn't want to do that. You didn't tell me that was going to happen. And so she said, hey, I'm really sorry. I know it's disappointing, but there's something I can do. And so I wrote her a second time and I said, no, I'm not okay with this. I really feel like this is not an acceptable way to do business, and I'm not okay with this. And so after I wrote her that second time, she did give me $250 that I could cash out that day. And I did appreciate that. I still probably lost money. There was a lot of really, really low payouts, you guys. A Ted Baker dress was $5. That should have been, I think I priced it around 200. It was an originally $400 to $500 dress. So just some really, really low payouts. Some Steve Madden boots that were priced new with tags that were originally $150 that they again had priced for $20, that I only got 49 cents for. And I sent in two pair of them, two different colors, and the ones that they priced correctly they gave me $10 for, which is, so there was like all of these errors that were happening. So my thing that I'm going to tell you is to make sure that when you are using ThredUP that they are getting the original retail price correct, because so many of my retail prices have been incorrect when using them. Always email them with proof, so like a website, or if you have a receipt, just something to be like, hey, the original price is wrong on this. And then B, to be careful how you click, because they definitely have quite a few interesting ways that they do business, unfortunately. So this is just like one case. Another case I'm struggling with is that they do a referral program. So every time you refer a friend, you get a $10 credit to spend, but they don't tell you when you can spend the credit. So basically it's like the first in, first out rule, but they don't tell you what you're being paid out for when you get the money. So like when I go in and I say, hey, I'm cashing out, it doesn't tell you what you're cashing out for. It just says, hey, you cashed out this amount. It doesn't say, hey, you cashed out this amount and it was for these items. And so you have to pay attention to when you got the referral credit and make sure you cash out the money you made before you spend the referral credit. It's very confusing. I actually had to write an email about it to them. And the referral credits go away after 30 days. But you don't know when if you're using a referral credit when you're buying something, or if you're using money that you earn by selling to them. They don't tell you. They don't separate that out at all. So ThredUP can be a very confusing website. I hope that someone watches this from ThredUP and realizes that you guys need to fix some things on here. There is definitely what I consider some dark patterns. I didn't even know what that term was until I sat down. I had coffee with a developer friend and she was like, oh, do you know what that's called? That's called a dark pattern and it's not okay. So be careful. I still really like using ThredUP, and I do appreciate that they gave me that $250 because I really lost a lot of money by them just, taking my stuff without telling me what they were doing. And it does have a little warning. I'll give them that. And it says, like, this action cannot be undone. But I thought that was just like, okay, that's fine, whatever. I didn't even realize it's not clear what you're doing. I thought I was just claiming my money that I already had because it's right underneath like where your money is, and then it's like, well, get your payout. Like, it's a very confusing system, and that's really disappointing because they really have the potential to do great things, but I know that I can't be the only one frustrated at things like this on their website. So let me know. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you've had some frustrating issues with ThredUP or ThredUP Luxe. Again, I'm continuing to use them. I have made about $1,500 in the past 30 days sending stuff into them. It does take a long time. It's a very long process, but I will say that for certain brands, you can do really well and you can make a lot more money than if you sold it on your own. But I would never trust the prices that they put on your items. They price way too low. They give you way low percentages, and then sometimes I don't even have the original price right to properly price your item to begin with. So anyway, wrapping up, that's why ThredUP gave me $250. If you guys have questions, leave a comment down below and let me know if anything has ever happened like this with you on ThredUP before. I'd love to hear about it. All right, guys, have a great night, and thanks for watching this video. Bye.